So this video is going to show you guys how to record your data and a sample of what your data will look like. So it'll be a little bit different because we are using the D6 pin as our power source. So once you go into your lab manual, you will see the analog 7 plot like we've been using in the past couple of labs. But what's different is that we have to go into the setting up on the top bar, and we have to go to this output config option and click remote 1. Then what you'll see at the bottom is that there's this D6 output on here, and there's an on and off button. So when it says off, your voltage is going to be off, meaning that your RCLab is not providing any voltage. When you turn it on, there's options to do 0 volts or 3 volts. So obviously we can keep it at 0 volts for when we first start recording, and then we'll switch it on to 3 volts. So if I press record now, it's going to be reading 0. If I hit 3 volts, sometimes this will not work properly, so you might have to juggle back and forth between turning it on and off. But what you will see eventually is that when you turn it on, you will see the capacitor charge, so you'll see the charge up curve, and when you turn it off, you'll see the discharge curve. So I'm going to stop this now. You can clearly see the capacitor charging up and the capacitor discharging. What's a little bit weird about this plot is that even though our RCLab device does provide 3.3 volts, the plot itself can only read up to 3 volts. So when it's charging up, we get this kind of kink here. Don't worry about that. It's just a property of the software itself. We are going to be using the actual discharge curve. So what you will want to do is zoom in horizontally on the discharge curve. You'll have something that looks like this. So please don't forget this. Once you zoom in, change back to analysis mode. You have to be in analysis mode. So what you're going to do is pick 2 points on your plot. So here I have 32.07 seconds and 2.391 volts. So that's my first point. And my second point I'm going to pick around here. It's 34.14 seconds and 0.383 volts. And then you will use those two to calculate your time constant. When you're picking your 2 points, please don't pick a value on the line. You want to pick a value like on the curve, so in this area. And please don't pick a point that is really close to 0. You want to pick a point around here. So once you pick those two, you will be able to calculate and measure the time constant and compare those to theoretical values.